extra towel. I drip dry.
She drip dry.
Welcome to the Drip Dry Podcast, where we let it all hang out. I'm your girl, Jasmine Christine.
I'm Faith Marie.
And I'm Maya Monet.
We are three best friends, and we're here to share our life in our 30s with you guys. So thanks for watching. In this episode, we are talking about parenting because, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
2 out of 3 of us are parents. Just like the last episode, Maya is not a parent. But she will be one day, and she might have a lot to contribute to these conversations. What would you do, Maya?
That was my early childhood development was my thing. That was my major in college.
Yeah.
Being a preschool teacher.
And
Loving
how
the
do you
children.
grade TT? You are. You're a great TT, so I know you'd be a great mom.
I take pride in being a TT.
Yes.
Because there needs to be
So-
good TTs in the world.
Cheers to parenting.
And TT.
And
Yes,
TT. Today we're drinking the XXL wine. You know we love this stuff. They really should sponsor us at this point. We are trying the pineapple today. Oh, I should try it. Yes, the pineapple, which is actually very tasty. This is probably my second favorite. What was the first one that I liked?
Peach.
Peach.
She likes peach.
I like the peach, and the pineapple is really, really good too.
Which
So
one did you like best? Pineapple? No, it's something else.
Guava?
You don't like guava.
we did try the
Maybe it was
guava,
peach.
but I don't know.
I think it was.
I like peach and pineapple is your favorite.
No, it's the other one. She liked the peach one. Maybe both y'all like the peach.
I liked the peach. I
Maybe
do
it's
want to
both,
try
but I
the
did-
green apple.
I tried the green apple. I do like the green apple.
I
You
want to
do?
try the apple one.
Had a little
Apple one would be
sweet the other
good.
day. So
Yes.
let's get into the parenting episode.
Okay, so if you guys don't know by now, I have a baby. She is 1 year old. Love her to death. She just turned 1 year old. So I am a new parent. Love her so much. Wouldn't trade it for the world. It has taken a toll on me a little bit. There, I have my days, but I will say overall she is like the best baby in the whole world, and I don't experience some things that other parents experience, so I really should be more grateful. She is truly the greatest baby. And Jasmine here.
I got one daughter. She's 8 now.
Mhm.
She's 8 going on 15.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
She's very, very much wanting to be like a grown up and big
Mhm.
girl, and I think she has her moments where she's like, "Mom, just rock me to sleep, or
Mhm.
you come sit in my bed."
She's in that
before I
in
go to-"
between.
Yeah,
For
she's
sure.
definitely trying to figure out
If she still wants to be a little girl, or if she wants to be
or
a big girl.
Mhm.
era. So
Yeah.
Baby, stay a little girl as long as you can.
Yes. You don't want it over here.
I
Dark
want to
over
be a
here.
little girl still.
Right into the questions.
Let's start with the person who's been the parent the longest. Who's the
Yeah.
vet at the table? 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
You've been a parent for 8 years.
I want to know, do you guys believe in spanking?
Ooh, starting off strong. Woo!
Starting off
strong. I believe in.
First, did you get spanked when you were a kid?
Yes.
Like
Did my
full on
sister?
hand
No.
spanking?
No. Heck no.
My mom
wasn't
would
a
say
belt.
no. I didn't get spanked often. I feel like I was a pretty good kid. I really do. Like everybody that's told me, even my parents said that overall I was a good kid. I was a single child until I was 12 years old when my first sister was born. So really,
She's a single child.
I was a single child.
And the only child.
Only child. That's what I meant. Same
You was single,
thing.
baby.
I was single. Okay, it was me and only me.
That's it.
Honestly,
Nobody else.
until the second one came along, I was still the only
You
one.
still single.
And then the third one came, and oh Jesus. Anyway.
It's about them last ones.
Yeah, the last
Wow.
one. What was I gonna say?
But you did get spanked.
Oh.
Hand spanked or
Yes.
like belt spanked.
I
Sorry.
didn't get spanked very often, but when I did, my mom did openly handed spank me. She didn't like put me over her knee, go ham. She didn't plan it out. She didn't say when I get home and then like take a switch to me. She
Those
didn't
are
do
the
any of
worst.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like right on sight. If I just disrespected her, pop, you got popped in the mouth or you got popped on the butt. Like it was like those quick ones. But then with my sister, she did not. I think she spanked one of my sisters one time when she held my other sister underneath the water in the bathtub, trying to be funny. It was not funny. She was like 5. It was not funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only time that like, no, it was Jaden and Lucky. Jaden held Lucky underneath the water. Yeah.
Jaden was like, "You out of here."
Yeah. But I think they were just playing, and I don't know what Jaden was thinking. She was thinking she was funny. I don't know, but my mom got really
Kids
mad and
think they
and
invincible.
bopped her. But I don't know how I feel about spanking. My daughter's not old enough for me to really spank her. I've like tried to like pop her on the hand for like trying to get in the cabinet she's not supposed to. The other night she was trying to climb over the banister and fall to her death. So I whacked her with a bookmark I was reading a book and I whacked her on the thigh and she thought it was hilarious and took the bookmark and started whacking herself. So, I mean,
She's not at the age yet where she really understands I'm spanking.
Right.
Because you need to stop.
I'm trying to get her to learn my stern, serious face versus like, it's funny, you can do it again. So I'm just trying to, but there's not really any
I
discipline
really
there,
think
really.
she don't give a fuck.
No, she don't. No, and she may never. Honestly,
That's
do
what
they
you
ever
like.
give a fuck?
That's why you was like. It's the drama when she's trying to fall to her death.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what she was doing.
That was funny, right, Mom? Woo!
No.
You don't like it? Watch this. Woo!
Oh my god.
It's the
She like-
side.
we have
it's
a.
this. When she does,
Oh yeah.
She loves
don't
to bring her
care.
to the side.
Well, we have
She don't care.
we have a gate that's blocking the stairs again, so she doesn't fall to her death. And the wall is very uneven, so the gate has to be at a specific like angle and twisted really tight. She likes to go up to it and do one of these and like shake it, and it will move the gate and she will fall to her death. So I try to keep her away from the gate. And now she knows that I don't want her by the gate. So she'll just go up to it and she'll wait. She'll peek over, see if I'm looking. And the second I look, she goes.
it's the personality for me.
Or she'll just grab both really quick and put her hands back up. Like that. And I'm like, I know you did not just do that. And then I gotta move her.
She playing.
She is a pain in my neck. But
playing you like a
It's
fiddle,
her.
baby.
It's her like, let me wait till she looking so I can give her a heart
Yeah.
attack.
Mhm.
But to go along with the spanking, I don't know yet. I could see myself being a whacker on the moment, on the spot, a pop. Yes, a pop mom. I like that. Yes,
Yeah,
I can see myself being a pop mom. But my thing is, and this is gonna be so repetitive with me because I'm such a I can do it but you can't girl with my husband. I think men don't know their strength sometimes, especially when they're frustrated or angry. And not saying that I don't trust my husband. We've had this conversation multiple times. He doesn't know if he would really spank Emiliana, and he already has not shown that he would discipline Emiliana like that. But obviously she's not a three-nager yet. She's not in her the thickness of
It's
the
a real thing.
the toddler.
It's a real three-nager.
Yeah. Like the terrible twos, the
Three-nagers.
Yeah.
That's a real. We running
Never
with it.
heard
We running with
Really?
it.
But
Oh yeah.
that's my first time.
I don't know how my husband would react. I would hope that he might be a pop husband and wouldn't just spank. He was very much spanked as a kid. Hands on the fridge. They had a paddle that they used every single time. If he was bad and his dad came home, his dad would straight up say, like, in the morning, you're getting 20 swats on your butt when I get home. He would get home. He would lay him over the thing, swat him 20 times. He would count. Elijah liked to laugh. That don't hurt. Ha 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 ha.
That makes
So
it
then,
worse.
and then he got
I
more.
would never
Yeah.
do a paddle.
So he said it was never effective on him. So he, based off of that, I don't think he would do it. So I don't know. But that was like back in the day. Obviously, that's way different now. It was so much more common to hit your kids.
Yeah, back then.
You know, to punish them like that. But I don't know. I don't know about the spanking. I don't know.
I'm a
We'll
pop
see.
pop mom.
Yeah.
We do pop pops, and it always has been like that. I never got a spanking as far as like with a belt when I was a kid. My
That's
dad
not
has
spanking.
once tapped me with a broom. Was like trying to get my attention, and he was sweeping, and I was doing something in the kitchen. He was like, all right, I told you to like get up now, but I've never been actually like spanked with a belt or like
What about
hit
that time
hard
you were in
with
the
a.
closet?
Even then, I don't think I got a pop pop. I think even then it was a one like Jasmine. You can't do that. You can't write on the walls. Like I got
said
in
you got
trouble.
whooping.
I got in trouble, but
She said that was
honestly,
your
no.
only whooping.
I don't ever remember being like my mom taking her hand or my dad and like smacking the hell out of my bottom. It's always been because I'm a words person, I'm disappointed in you. And that, what to me was worse than a spanking. Like, you're
Yeah.
disappointed in me? Excuse me, what?
Oh, that definitely would. That
hurts
was
me worse than just a
when my daddy used to
spanking.
say that, oh my god.
Well, my mom would give me the silent treatment and just be like, "I'm so disappointed in you." I'd be like,
Oh my God, it was like death to me.
That's
I was like,
that's
I'd rather
worse.
you spank me than tell me you're disappointed?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I would rather you spank me.
But that's because I'm a words person. So
Y'all say that. Have you
Wait.
ever been whooped with a braided switch? If you have, that is
no.
not.
No, I've not.
no, I'm
Yeah.
sure that hurts, but physically that would hurt. But I'm saying mentally, emotionally, you tell me you're disappointed in me, that really hurts me.
Yeah.
Like that, because now I feel like not a form of love, but like wow, you don't, almost like you don't trust me anymore. I really hurt your feelings. You're disappointed in me. I want to always be loved by my parents and want them to feel like, oh, I'm just so proud to have the best start in the world. I'm so proud of her. I disappointed you. Oh my God. But that's just me because I'm a words person. So words mean a lot to me. So you tell me you're disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm sure if I got hit with a switch or a belt really hard, like obviously that's going to be extremely painful physically, but emotionally, like I feel almost like you're sticking a knife in my chest. You're disappointed. God, I hate disappointing my parents. I honestly hate disappointing anybody. If you told me you were disappointed, I would feel just as bad as if I disappointed my parents.
Yeah.
So to me, that was like, that's where my parents would be like, okay, we don't have to whoop her. I could just tell her I'm disappointed and she probably ain't gonna ever do it again. But I'm a pop mom with London because she's not a bad kid, but when she start talking slick, especially if it's out in public in front of people and she causing a scene after I done told you, I'm very much I'm gonna say it verbally first.
I
might even give you a second time. Okay, after the second time you still playing around, it's pop.
Yeah.
And I've never popped her on the mouth. I've never even gotten popped on the mouth. It's usually I'm popping you like on your hip or on your side. I'm not like a full back swing, but it's definitely a get it together or it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I've never had to go that far. Usually once I do that, she's like, oh, okay, my mom's not playing. Let me chill out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's never let me go so far as to be like, okay, no, we finna throw hands. But like I would say it's kind of a cultural thing, because I remember there was one time on Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode where
Scott Disick and Corey. Corey said he was gonna spank. I know exactly which episode
he
you're talking about.
he said,
I will beat you.
backstory, Penelope did something
She
to
hit
the
the nanny in the face or
kind of like scratched her or something.
No, she
in the car. She was
clawed
trying
her
to
in
put
the
her in
face.
the car, and Penelope scratched the nanny of some sort. I don't know exactly how she hit her, but like hit her where the nanny had scratches on her face. It sounded like,
and it wasn't a first offense.
it sounded like
she's a
something
repeat
has
offender.
happened like that in a sense before, but Courtney did. It sounds like they didn't do anything as far as discipline to her.
No.
And Corey was saying, she ever did that to me, I would beat her ass.
And they ballistic.
They
Corey is Chris's boyfriend.
The black guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's so they were at a dinner and they were discussing it.
Oh.
And then he was
and
like,
they all got mad at him for saying that?
yes, honey. Courtney and Scott
went off
the handles.
they
I
went off how they should have went off on Penelope for putting her hands on somebody, because you don't put your hands on nobody else.
He was like, you're telling me you would beat her ass?
Touch my daughter? I don't ever want you around her again. Like, they were.
Oh my God.
That's what.
But it's okay for your kid to physically assault multiple times somebody else.
But this is the thing. I think it's a cultural.
Really mean like beat.
Thank you. I think it's a cultural thing. They think beat her ass is like I'm gonna punch her. Nobody said that. Definitely, at least in the black homes that I've been in, like my cousins and aunts and uncles, and even just watching things on TV, saying things like that, like I'll whoop her ass or I'll beat her ass, stuff like that means she's gonna get a hard spanking or a belt or a switch or a heavy hit on the bottom. It doesn't actually mean I'm about to throw hands with a kid and beat them like I'm
and he said, if that
person.
was my daughter, not I'm going to go to your daughter right now and beat her ass.
Correct. So that's why I'm like,
that was so for TV. That's
so yeah.
No way.
But that was
No
definitely something that people were talking about. Like, okay, but you still didn't discipline your kid. Like,
you doing all of this for somebody else, and your kid's still sitting there like she ain't did nothing.
Exactly.
Like
so
she's
she's
just
gonna
an
do it
angel.
again because she thinks that there's no consequences. I can do that.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's hard when you talk about what you would spank your kid for or what you would discipline them with. And some people are like, I'm totally against spanking because then you're teaching your kid that if somebody does something wrong to them, that they should just automatically hit them.
Yeah.
That's not what.
And I'm like,
parenting or. Oh,
because there's some people that have made decisions and things that they've done that, at least I've thought this way, like, if they would have got spanked more as a kid, they probably wouldn't be doing that. Or if somebody would have handled that when they was a child, they wouldn't be doing that. So that's why I'm like, at some point, I feel like there's more than a discipline of just, okay, Johnny, we're not going to do that anymore. That's not the right thing to do. I feel like the first time maybe that your kid does something bad, depending on how bad of a thing it is, definitely talk about it. But then if your child is continuing to do stuff, it is pop time. Yeah. Like, we're not
repeat offenders get ass whoopings.
Right. That was also a thing. You called it ass whoopings when you was a kid.
Yeah,
spanking.
No, ain't nobody spanking.
We never said spanking.
You got spanking when you was 2 and 3. That was a spanking.
Yeah,
you got pop with your little
So if you didn't call it pop pops back then, you were like, she got a spanking.
No, you got a whooping.
Yeah.
Or you got an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Like that was
For sure.
If there's a belt involved, that's a whooping.
Yeah. I've never.
Because it sound like that's what it sound like.
And some people are like, you should not do that to your kid. You'll get DFS called on you. That's where like the line is so thin these days, where it's like.
Well, but I feel like school and they take it so seriously, every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like today, I don't necessarily believe that I would whoop my kids unless they did something that was like, oh no, like
they took a gun to school,
like something like that. And even then,
lock them in a room. There's no.
Even then, there's gonna be so much more to the layers, the amount of layers. But I am also a firm believer of when you discipline them correctly when they're young in their early preparatory years, because from the age of 0 through 7, they're in the theta state, which is like hypnosis. Whatever you feed them, that's what they believe. So if you stay on them and you're adamant and you're teaching them right from wrong, then it's going to be second nature for them. So if they do wrong or they do something, they're like, no. Like you, when it comes, like how you said, I would never cheat. I would never do that. That's because that's what's in that is etched in your brain. That is not, that's a no. Like don't do that. When you're on them in those young, early early developmental stages, you don't have to do as much when they're older or when they're like the 7 through 12. Because 13, that's a whole nother monster. That's a you might have to actually fist fight them at that point, depending on who they are. But depending on what you did when they were little, is going to determine how much they not trying you.
Yeah.
If they knew, if you had to do it earlier, you do it early. You don't have to do it later.
Right.
It can be a talk to. It can be a punishment. But also, if you're going to gentle parent, I'm all for gentle parenting because if I can get a classroom of 12 children to sit down and behave themselves and not act like wild banshees and not offend each other and be respectful little people, you can do the same. But it's hard work. That's the thing. People want to say they want a gentle parent, but they don't want to actually do the work. You just don't want to whoop them because you want to be their friend. You can't be their friend because you are, as their parent, you're going to have to do things that they're not going to like. They're going to be mad. So Michelle Obama said that. Like, I was not my child's friend. I can't be my child's friend because it's not my job to be your friend. Right. It's my job to parent you. Now, when you're an adult, then maybe, and I've done my job. Yeah. But me being young, and Kelly Rowland was like, I know, but it's so hard because I just want to look like me. She was like, no.
I can't work on you liking me. Yeah, then I'm going to do things that.
Or not do things that I should have done because I was worried about how you would. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. I am a firm believer of if you're going to, I don't even call it gentle parenting. I call it stern parenting because you have to stay on them. If it's going to be a routine or this is the consequence for such and such actions, it needs to continue to be the consequence every single time until they understand what that consequence is, what it reflects, what did they do, what were they not supposed to do. I would always ask my kids, now, are we supposed to do that? Was that a good idea? Like, they are critical thinkers. Just because they're small people think they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to think. They know exactly what they're doing. Yeah. It's just talking to them, and you come down to their level. Let's have a conversation before you go to this thinking chair. Let's have a conversation.
You think you would have a thinking chair or like a timeout corner or something?
You just want to go lay down. I don't think I would actually put a timeout corner in my home. No.
Just be like, go to your room.
I would do timeout.
I don't think I would have a chair.
Yeah, no, it would just be like wherever I put you. Yeah. Sit your butt down. And you're gonna
because if we in the store, I don't got no timeout chair. Right. I need you to know what this look like wherever we at. If we at the beach. Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a look for me. Ooh, parents gave a look.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh, my mom gave the look. Ooh.
Oh, play with me if you want to. I will embarrass you and myself in front of all these people in the store. And I was like, I'm not finna do that. I'm finna stop whatever I'm doing right now. I'm gonna stop whatever it is I'm doing because
I'm not about that life.
I'm not at all. So that I was definitely like, okay. I remember when London was like, maybe she was like 2. And that's when she like kind of started to be like, I guess from a get a little sassy. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta figure out what my face is. Well, like I would practice it in the mirror, like, like.
But see, that's the thing. All kids, maybe it's go ahead and finish your statement.
No, I just was trying to look in the mirror and figure out what is it. What face looks serious? What face makes it look like I'm not
I already have a face for Emiliano. It's the same face I give Elijah when he messes up.
But see, when you make a big eyes like that for little kids, they think you playing. When you make big eyes, when you be like, when you do big eyes to kids, they think you playing. Like even if the bottom half of your face is not saying I'm playing, your eyes are saying.
I even did it to some I don't know who friends they was, but them kids that was playing at y'all house, I don't know what it was for, whether it was Father's Day or what. There was a whole bunch of kids running around, they're teenagers, and it was two Caucasian young men. Two white boys. It was 2 Caucasian young men, and they were playing, and he like closed the door in front of me. Cause they were, those are big kids. Yeah. They're tall. And I looked at him and I squinted my eyes and he was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
Okay.
I will go to jail. That's the time my mom would be. If you want to go there, let's go there.
Yeah.
If you want to go
I
there.
definitely had to practice that.
Because
I was like, I want to make
But
sure
even
know
at
I'm not
London
playing
party,
with you.
when they was playing, we was getting ready to get put out.
Serious.
I literally made one look at them and all of them sat down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, please, nothing to catch up tonight.
Tonight.
They start playing out. You gotta blink. It's the blink.
Blink.
And they was like,
They're like, all right, let me chill out.
You see your mama over there crying, she having a meltdown. She having a meltdown.
So, do you think that you're gonna raise your kids the same way you were raised? Or majority like you were raised?
I would say.
I think some of that we don't really have control over. We were raised
I would say
in some aspects.
majority, yes.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense of like family's important.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing God is important.
Mhm.
Having a relationship, your own personal relationship, not the relationship I want you to have.
Yeah.
Because my parents always told me that, like, yes, I have my own relationship,
Mhm.
but you need to have your own as
Especially,
well.
yeah.
So definitely doing that with her. I would say family's just a big one for me because
Mm-hmm.
family was such a big deal
Mm-hmm.
to my parents. But I don't know, kind of parenting a little bit differently. I definitely think I'm more of a gentle parent than what my parents were.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely for them, it was this is what I said, this is what goes. And this is what we're having for dinner. If you don't want that, you will not eat. And I'm definitely not like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely like, just the other day, I went and got Chipotle for dinner, and London did not want that. And it's kind of weird that she didn't want it. It was just that night, my parents got Breadco, and she wanted soup. So I was already on my way back home with the Chipotle. She was just like, hey, where are you at? And she was like, well, what did you get me? And I'm like, I got you Chipotle. I got you the same thing I always get you from Chipotle. And she's like, I don't want Chipotle. I want Panera. I want soup. So what did I do? I went to Panera and got her soup.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that or not.
Or will you cook something separate for her if she's like, let's say you guys chose to make salmon or something and she doesn't like salmon. Like, I know you don't like seafood, but
I probably would do something separate for her, but it would have to be easy. If I spent like an hour or so in the kitchen cooking a full meal and she didn't want any of it, okay, you're getting peanut butter and jelly. Like, you're getting something simple if you're not going to eat that. I wouldn't send her to bed hungry, I don't think. But again, she's 1 year old now. I don't know how I would act if she's like 10 or 8 and you knew what we were having for dinner this whole time and now you're trying to throw a fit. I don't know. I don't know how I would act. I don't know.
If you would ask me before I had a kid, I would have told you no, she's just going to eat whatever I cooked. But it's...
Oh, I would say she's going to bed hungry.
I would just be like, whatever I cook, that's what you're going to eat. If you don't want to eat that, then I don't know what else to tell you. Go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But
that's what I would do before kids. But now I don't
like that in real life.
I don't like sending them to bed.
The reality is
yeah, I don't like the thought of sending them to bed hungry. I don't like that because I've been sent to bed hungry, okay, and I don't like it.
If they hungry,
yeah, I've never went to bed hungry. I always ate what my parents cooked, and I think that's what also got me to like some of the things. Like I was trying whatever food they were eating.
Well, no options. You eat what the whole family eating because it's a whole family.
Also, though, my family was never cooking things that I think would be abnormal for a kid to eat. So it's not normal usually for kids to eat like salmon. You know, most kids don't really like salmon.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was cooking something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, but knowing what my daughter likes makes me be like, okay, I know if I'm going to cook salmon tonight, I need to make her something else. And then maybe I just let her have a bite of what I'm eating and be like, hey, do you like this, to get her to try new things? So like, she loves broccoli. Especially broccoli with cheese. Most kids do not like broccoli.
I would give anything for my daughter to eat broccoli. She will only eat mac and cheese. She's only one. She's still figuring it out. But I made her chicken, broccoli, and mac and cheese, and all of it, bloop, under her head.
Oh, you don't.
And
have
it was
that
one of them things that sucked down.
And she
She
still,
ripped that mug off and
'cause she's
all over her
strong.
head. Didn't eat one bite. She had some on her thing. I was literally just watching her like, oh my god, I can't believe she just did that. She still had mac and cheese on her tray, and she was just like, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So then she had veggie straws for dinner. Because Rachel got her on veggie straws and she eats them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's eating something different than mac and cheese. Like, eat all the veggie straws you want. I don't care.
They used to eat veggie straws.
Yeah.
They'll have
Oh
a
my
moment where they
God.
only want one certain thing,
Yeah.
and then they'll stop. Like I remember my daughter only wanted pancakes for breakfast, lunch, and
Oh my
dinner.
god,
And
that's
we
all she
provided
wanted.
Pancakes by the
Box.
loaves. And then she stopped, and then it was the mac and cheese bowls, and
Yeah.
then it was waffles. Like she's into waffles right now. She's always been into chicken nuggets. She's never really gonna turn down chicken nuggets unless there's something actually wrong with them and they don't taste good. But yeah, it was a while there where it was like I can't really get her to eat anything. She was really into veggie straws.
Maybe she was
And then she'll
into
just
veggie.
stop. Or she'll be into the applesauce pouches and then she'll be like, no, I don't really want
Yeah.
those.
Not
You're like,
anymore.
ma'am, I just bought all
You
these
just
groceries.
bought
You're
them.
gonna eat some applesauce pouches.
She's always been so verbal, like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Very
It
much
was
so.
just like, no, thank you, Titi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all right
Very
then.
much so.
We don't want it. We don't want it. She said no.
Absolutely.
My client said no. Should allowance be a thing? Do y'all believe in like allowance?
Did you get allowance?
Hell no. I want no extra money to give no allowance.
I think once I got older, then it was more of an allowance. Like when I was like in high school, like and then maybe like the very last year, like middle school, because that was when the age where we got dropped off at the mall as kids, and so it was like, okay, mom, I want to go buy something, but not young.
Do you believe in chores for allowance?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you think
I'm
they
trying
should
to
just
implement
start
that
understanding
now.
It's a good way to teach them how to
be
use their
responsible
money,
and-
how money works, how to go to the store. It shows
Wiring
independence and saving your money and all that. I think, yeah, absolutely. The second we can start doing that, the better, I think. I think that's great. That's a great way to show initiative and to like working hard for something, because I will be that parent. You're going to work. We're not just going to sit around. But I didn't get allowance for doing chores, but I did. My nanny did start from when I was in middle school, like 6th grade. Starting in 6th grade, I think. She paid me for my grades. So it was $20 an A, $10 a B, $5 a C, and then nothing for D or F. I was always an A-B student. And so it gave me the initiative to get all A's, because I was like, I want all 20s. I'm like, oh, I get $100 this time. Yeah, so it like really pushed me to get good grades. And I love that. And I would be so disappointed if I got a C. And that was like in high school. She literally did it until I was a senior in high school. And then my parents picked up on it too. My mom even like was like, you'll get this amount of money for whatever. And so I remember like getting my first C, and I was like, oh god, no, only $5. Like, oh my god. Like, so I was so upset. Yeah. And then my nanny would start paying me to like clean up for her, like do her chores, I guess.
Okay.
You know, and she
Help
does that
her
with
out.
my sisters too. Like if you come, like with Jaden, like you come and help me clean my room, I will give you this amount of money or whatever, or I'll buy you this or get you a gift card to here. That's just, my nanny is just, that's her contributing, and that's how she says that she loves us, and we love it. But my mom does pay my sisters. She started doing this with my sisters and not me, but she will pay them to do anything. If they wake up for school in the morning and they're just having a bad day, they don't want to go to school because their friends are making fun of them or whatever, or they're not feeling confident in the clothes that they're wearing, she will literally say, I will pay you $5 to wear this shirt today. Like little things. I don't really agree with my mom doing
I
that,
wish my mom
but
did that.
she will literally pay them to do anything. If you get up and brush your hair the way I tell you to brush your hair and not leave your curls out and crazy, because they will tend to do that. Like, oh, I don't have time to I'm just going to go to school like this. No, you brush your hair back and I will give you $5. And then she got to a point where she didn't have to pay them for that anymore. So it worked for her. It worked
The
for her.
initiative kicked
Yeah,
in
it
the
wasn't
gear.
like they kept She does say that it will turn into different things. Like now that they're like grown 18, 19, 16, it will turn into like other things. Like, you know, you stuck up for your friend today. Like you came home and you told me that you stuck up, or you stuck up for your sister today when that person came and did blah, 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 because they've been dealing with bullies and stuff at school. You stuck up for your sister today, here's $20. Or like, here's, you know, a gift card or whatever. And they like that because they like going out with their friends and stuff, you know. And I feel like my sisters are very responsible. They do pick up at home. They do what they're supposed to do. They are on it when it comes to schoolwork. So she doesn't have to pay them to do that stuff. It's like the harder, more emotional stuff that they choose to do out of rage or to not do because of rage or whatever. She pays them for that. And that's kind of controversial, I guess. Like, some parents would not think that you need to do that. You better just do it. Like, I shouldn't have to pay you to be a good person or whatever.
It just,
but it just
like
depends on
that aspect of what you were saying as far as, like, not paying to, like, do things that, like, I shouldn't have to pay you to brush your teeth or brush your hair, that kind of thing.
Right.
I did try to start doing When London reading books
Uh-huh.
to get her to, like, and she doesn't like to read.
Yeah.
She's even in our reading interventions program. But, like, every time you read a book, I'll give you $1.
Yeah.
So if you read 10 books this week, you'll get $10.
Yeah. That's
It's something
to me, I think that's awesome.
It's like educational. Like, I want you to do well in school. Like, if I was just like, okay, I need you to get up and brush your teeth and put your deodorant on and put your clothes on. I'm going to give you $5. I can't do that. It just doesn't sit well with me. I just feel like that's something, like, for your well-being. Like, you need to get up.
My mom doesn't
teenagers
avoid
don't
the
hurt.
fights.
Yeah.
It's the fights that she is avoiding, because it would turn out into a full-on brawl every morning to get 3 teenagers ready for school.
I was trying to say, you gotta think about, she got 3 of them.
Yeah. 2 bathrooms,
One by
3
themselves.
teenagers. They all have to do their hair. They all have to do their makeup. All have to get dressed. All have to put deodorant on. Especially when they were younger, all getting ready in the same bathroom. It would always be like, hey, you took my teeth, like a full-on fight. She would be like, if you just worry about yourself, you stand here, you brush your teeth, brush your hair, blah, 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 I will give you $5 right now. I will give it to you.
That's how she keep the peace in her house.
Yeah, it did. But it did work. It worked.
It helped them realize that they can find a system. It doesn't have to be chaos.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be chaos.
It helped them realize, like, there's another way to go about it other than just, and then it also forces them to reflect on their feelings and outbursts and how they outburst. You have to find workarounds.
Yeah.
Or like have to find workarounds because they have 3 teenage girls.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One of my sisters had a problem with keeping it at home, keeping her emotions at home. So she would act out when she was with her friends or at school. And my mom was saying, like, you are valid in your feelings. You're allowed to feel those feelings, but sometimes you need to keep it in until you get home because it's not going to help you if you release that to everybody else. That's not for everybody else. You need to, you know, keep it at home. So when she started doing that, my mom was, like, paying her little by little every time she did that. So now she knows how to, like, control her emotions better.
She was teaching her.
Exactly. It was just
in a way
I'm saying money just worked with my sisters. They enjoyed like buying things with their own money and going out with their friends and doing stuff and having their own money, getting gifts for their friends. They love giving gifts. So the money just worked. It could be anything. It could be candy. It could be whatever. But the money just worked. And I feel like whatever you can find to work for your own peace of mind, for their peace of mind,
that part,
to chill out, do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I also understand the side of, like, I should not have to pay you for doing the bare minimum.
Stuff for your health.
Please, yeah.
To brush your
teenagers
teeth.
will go months without brushing their teeth. They don't care.
Oh, I know they don't. Because London don't want to get in the shower. She's like, Mom, why do I have to take a shower? Okay, then I break it down to her. And one time I even showed her a picture, like video / picture of what would happen to her teeth if she didn't brush her teeth.
Yeah.
And
now
I don't have to say any of that. Let me go brush your teeth. Okay.
When
the one time when she didn't want to, I was like, do you remember that picture? Okay. Yep, I'm going to go brush my teeth because I don't want my teeth falling out. Do you like chicken nuggets? Okay, yep, I'm going to go brush my teeth because I want to be able to eat chicken nuggets.
My mom told me, when you feel like you're ready to kiss a boy, I want you to come tell me. And I've always been open with my mom. We have that relationship. I can talk to her about anything. So I was 12 years old. There was this boy across the street. I thought he was so cute. And I was like, Mom, I think I'm ready to kiss a boy. I want to kiss so-and-so across the street. I was just open, plain out. She was like, okay. Comes back with a poster board, like in college. She printed out all of the STDs you could get from just kissing and put it on the poster board. And she was like, I'm not showing this to scare you. And I'm not saying you can't kiss a boy. But what I'm showing you is if you take advantage of it, or, you know, you don't pay attention to who you're kissing. You're not, yeah. And that kind of started the whole birds and bees talk and, you know, whatever. My mom was it's a penis and it's a vagina mom. Mm-hmm. It's not a pee-pee and no, it's this is what's going to happen if you do this. Can you do it? Sure, go ahead. But this is the result of it. So she's always been like that. I might be the same way with my daughter. Like, just be upfront about it. So I was like, okay, well, then can I have one of those goodie bags from work? My mom's a hygienist. She got me a goodie bag with a toothbrush, toothpaste, floss. I handed it to him. I said, you have to use this before you kiss me. And he did.
He was in there with like,
yep.
Today's the day, boys.
Yes.
Yeah. I never felt like how your mom is as far as like being 100% and upfront, because I say those same words to London, like, these are your body parts. So that way, like, because I've always seen the Law and Order episodes where, like, the kids, like, are not able to explain what happened to them because they're trying to call it something else. And then they're like, no, you have to exactly tell us, like, what happened. It's not like, he touched my cupcake and it's like, no, you have to. So, like, I've always said to her, you know, this is a vagina. This is a penis.
Yeah.
Like, not that I've shown her a penis before, but I'm like, what a boy has is a penis.
Yeah.
What you have is a vagina.
Yeah.
So if she's like, oh, like, this burns or this itches or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. She'll be able to tell you exactly
so I'm like, you need to say what that is and what's going on.
Yeah.
So I definitely think I would still be upfront with her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when a good time to talk about sex is.
That's hard. It depends on the child and.
They bring it up.
To be honest with you, I don't remember sitting and having a conversation with my parents about sex. I mean, honestly, I didn't have sex until I was almost married. So I was, 20, 21? So, but you know, in high school and even sometimes in middle school, they're talking about it, or even people in their class are doing it. So I'm like, did your parents ever talk to you about sex? Or was it
my mom said the Bible said you're not supposed to discuss that with your kids.
Really, that's what she told you?
Oh.
So she's never talked to you about it then? What about your dad?
I just got a whooping first. Never mind.
Lord.
That's what that leads to, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you're
talking about it?
No, if you don't talk about it with your kid, they get curious.
They
do stuff that
from other people.
They start to figure it out on their own, and sometimes that's scarier than just being upfront and telling them about it.
Yeah.
And talking to them about it. They're gonna
go
Googling, they're gonna go talking about it with their friends. They're gonna be shown pictures that is really gonna scare them. Okay? Yeah. Scare them.
The one person that told me about being a responsible person, if that's what I choose to do, and that's what I was your mom.
Oh, really? That was like the first person that talked to you.
That was like, that I felt comfortable going to without feeling ashamed for the things that I did. Like, okay, yeah, of course, you're not supposed to do it, but like, whatever,
if you don't do it.
This is what you need to do. This is how you need to protect yourself. This is what my mother would never.
I definitely want to talk about it. But obviously, I don't want to do it too early, and I definitely don't want to be late to the party.
I would
don't be talking
okay, definitely
if it
don't want to be
was
late.
me, it would have been My mom's always been open with me. I don't think it was a distinct conversation that she actually sat me down and said blah 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 blah. But we did talk about it, like the time, you know, she told me about all the STDs and stuff. She kind of went into it, and then she just slowly progressed, and you know, we would just have conversations about it. But I don't think it really hit home for me until I was already having like changes within my body, hormonal changes. I started my period, but I started my period at 9. So my mom did feel like between the ages 9 and 12, she could really talk with me about that. Because I was starting to get some feelings, you know.
A heart attack.
I was 8. I was 8.
I know.
I can't.
And I didn't know what it was.
You guys know, literally, I can't. I don't know what, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You'll be fine.
Like, just the other day, I took her to the doctor's appointment, and because she's growing hair under her arms and down there, she's like...
Puberty's coming for her.
She's like, because then she asked me, she said, well, how long has she been growing hair? And I said, well, it's probably been at least, I would say, a year and a half. She said, well, usually about a year and a half to 2 years after that happens. I said, no, ma'am, I cannot. Ma'am, no.
Now.
She's a child. I cannot. She's 8.
Yeah.
When it happened to me, I was definitely in middle school.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's what
I
my
was
mom
definitely
was like 15 or
in
something,
middle school. So what are you when you go to 6th grade? You're what? Like
12.
13. Yeah. 12, 13.
Depending if your birthday's at the
11,
beginning
12,
or not.
13,
So yeah. That's why I'm like, she's only 8. You're telling me it's probably gonna happen within a year from now?
Let's give it 2.
That has to do with our food and the hormones and stuff too. Like that's yeah. It's not the actual period you need to be afraid of. It's everything else that comes along.
But just that responsibility. Put that responsibility on an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking
you're
back,
going to elementary school and you're.
Now that I'm thinking back on it, it's wild.
It is wild.
Because for the longest time, because my mother never talked to me about like any of that kind of stuff, I thought I just wasn't wiping good. Like it was, it was streaks. Because you know when blood dries up, it turns brown.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, but I'm wiping like
8.
Yeah, like I'm wiping. Even I remember even being at a sleepover, a girls' sleepover. And I had, and at this time I still didn't know what it was, but I knew it was. I think I had just found out about my period. My aunt told me, cause I was like, I still didn't feel comfortable telling my mom, but I told my aunt. I'm like, she's like, you got your period. I was like, the hell was that?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was playing outside and I thought I peed myself, and then when I pulled my pants, it was like a lot of blood, and I was like, I was screaming. It's my nanny. Yeah. I thought it was that. I was. I still am.
I still am.
My nanny ran in and started cracking up, and I looked at her like, "What are you laughing at?
This is not
you
funny.
clearly see I need to go to the hospital." And so she was laughing, and then that was the first time she was like, "Babe, do you know what a penis is?" And then my mom about ran her out because we all got in the car to go get me pads and chocolate and talk about becoming a woman and whatever. It was the 3 of us, and I was sitting in the backseat. My nanny turns around, she goes, "Do you know what a penis is?" And I was like, "Ah!" She's 9.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe I'll talk about sex when she gets her period.
Like they like, oh, she got doodle streaks in her, but they were younger than me, so
Right, they didn't know.
Yeah. I think you'll know the right time. I think you'll just know. When the more she starts questioning, how were babies made? How did that baby even get in your tummy? She's probably already asked that, but when it gets more serious and she really gets curious, I think you'll know when, okay, Linda, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about something.
I mean, like, she knows what a period is.
Yeah.
Because, like, whenever I was in the bathroom or if I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel good.
Honestly, they should be teaching that now in health class. Are they not yet?
They do in elementary school, I know. I think I was in the 5th grade when we had
that's what I think
education.
Mine was like 4th or 5th grade. Because I remember being in the library and they rolled the TV out.
Yeah.
And sitting in the library watching it.
Yeah.
And that's when they showed the boys' anatomy too. It was like a cartoon.
And it was like,
and I was like,
yeah. It was like an elephant.
What are those things hanging? My God!
Hanging! She definitely knows what a period is and what's like happening with me. So I feel like if it happens with her, then she'll come to me and be like, Mom, I think
Mhm.
I'm bleeding, and then, we'll go from there. But
That's the
I
most
never
important
even
thing.
knew my mama had a period. Like I never seen no pads. I never seen none of that ever. Like
so
ever.
were
never.
you ever that kid that walked into the bathroom when your mom was using the bathroom and
No.
talked to her?
No.
She was
So
very
I was
private.
very.
That was
So,
yeah.
she
And
was
she
the
was
private
on the
one.
toilet. You know what?
Or like you stood at the door and
I'm
just like
lying.
talked
Took
to her.
showers.
I used to bust in that mug. Like,
Yeah.
Mom, we used to, my brother would stand outside the door. He wouldn't necessarily bust in. He'd be like, Mama, you done? Mama.
To talk to
Ma,
her.
that's why I don't got kids now. That, right?
Mama,
you
Yeah.
done?
Mom.
Like,
Yeah.
get out in peace.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. I would go
But
in
I
the bathroom
never-
with my mom or be with my mom at the store when she would get those things. So like I remember her telling me, I remember the time where I was trying to, this is definitely a side tangent, but trying to put a tampon in instead of wear pads.
No, my mom tried to teach me
The
that at
worst.
16 years old. I made her stand outside the bathroom.
It was the worst
I was
experience.
So
in school. I was in school. I hadn't been middle school.
It's the worst experience.
It hurt like hell.
And that's why I'm like, okay,
I don't know
obviously I
what
don't
you're
want to
doing.
teach her that, but it's like then I have to teach you about a pad and then like
Mm-hmm.
make sure we're getting the right pads and
God,
like don't have an
pads
accident at school. It's just like, oh my
Pads
God,
suck.
to have to do that, I'm just like, oh my God.
Mhm.
But I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
I
I
think
guess
you'll
you're
know.
right. I don't know when.
Yeah, you'll know.
Time's
You'll know.
right.
It's kind of like just being a mom in general. You don't think you'll know what to do, and then you do know what to do. It's one of those moments.
Until you're faced with it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I think you'll know exactly what to do, when exactly to have that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't be as difficult as you think it will be.
Hopefully.
It's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
We're
hypotheticals.
praying.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll let Emiliana stay the night at another kid's
No.
house? Not at all.
Zoom in on my face. Fuck no. They won't come to my
Never.
house though. Never.
Never.
No.
Cousin's house?
Nope. So no. Nope. But you can come to my house if you want.
Would you, if you had a kid, would you let them stay the night?
I don't think I'll be comfortable with my kid going to stay at someone else's house. But like she said, they can come over here.
When they get older, like at their like high school age, like how we were, and you come over and stay the night. We were like, what?
No, because I was up to
Sophomore
no
age, dude.
fucking good.
I don't know. High school's different, I think. High school's, you're a little bit old enough.
So
To
is
speak
there a
up.
certain age that you would be like, okay, maybe we could try this?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would consider high school.
Like 12,
I know it's
13.
gonna be new high school. Like,
No, like
You
13,
said
like
high
an
school
all,
at-
like an all girls sleepover, like at 13.
at my house.
Like I would be okay.
And all girls
Oh,
sleepover,
certain
there could be a dad there.
Yeah, but
So if it was a house just with a mom, are you more so saying it because of there being a dad there or
Yeah,
maybe a brother
it's,
there
maybe
or
it's a
something?
man thing. Yeah. Definitely more a man thing. Girls could do it too, but it's definitely a man thing. I
So
don't.
if it was a single mom home, you'd be like, okay.
Maybe. If I knew her very well.
typically it is. I
Yeah.
don't think I've been to. Maybe that's just my experience. Like I didn't. My
Oh, all my sleepovers, there were dads there.
yeah, until like I started coming over here, I didn't have none of my friends. It was just mamas. It wasn't no daddies.
Oh, okay.
It was just mamas.
Well, and that's the thing. All my friends had dads.
My
Yeah.
friends that had dads.
Yeah, see, all my friends
Several.
had dads, and I didn't have a dad, so seeing their dynamic in itself
Was
was
weird
like
for you?
freaking weird.
Oh, really?
Weird. Walking around in your bathing suit in front of your dad? What are you doing? Whoa! No. Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah, no. And that's, I mean, my mom
What's
made me
the-
cover up.
what's
She
the
still
diff-
makes me cover up.
What's
when
the
I'm dead.
difference though than walking around your home in the bathing suit than being at the actual swimming pool with the bathing suit?
My mom taught me that there's no difference. But to me, there is a difference. I like just a couple years ago, I was swimming in my aunt's backyard, and I ran inside to go to the bathroom because the bathroom's like right off of the back door. So I like ran in to go to the bathroom, and then I was coming right back into the pool because I was in the house for like 5.9 seconds running in and out. My mom got on to me because there was a couple boys walking around, including my dad. And I was like,
But what's the difference between?
that's what I said.
you,
she didn't
you
see a
think there's
difference.
no difference.
Correct. Yes, I don't. No, I'm sorry. No, there is no difference. There's
Well,
no
who thinks
difference.
there's
My
a
mother
difference?
thinks there's a difference.
Oh.
My
Okay.
mom said as soon as you get out of the pool, you wrap yourself up and you go to the bathroom and you come back until you're in the pool is when you can unwrap.
But
I'm
nobody.
like,
Yeah,
when I
like the
was
water's covering you
Well,
up.
that's why I said I get out and I tan,
If
and they're still
everybody,
around. Like, what's the difference?
Mhm.
if everybody had their towels on the side of the pool, like that was the
Yeah.
only time that.
I don't know. That's my
Is it
mom has
because
become
it's
more
in
modest.
the water? Like you're in the water, so like the water's covering you up? Is that what you mean?
Maybe. Maybe I'm not.
I want to know her take on that.
Yeah, I don't.
Because to me, I don't think it's a
Because
difference.
boys wear goggles.
She just
for a
doesn't.
specific reason to look underwater.
Well, she doesn't.
young
Yeah,
ones
she
do.
doesn't think that boys can tell a difference. So their mind is always gonna go to where it shouldn't
It's
go.
gonna do that anyways.
That's what
You
I
could be
said.
fully clothed, baby,
And
they're
it's gonna do that.
doing
You know,
an
like,
X-ray
That's
on
how
your
I
body.
feel. That's how I
So
feel.
I gotta walk around with a 1920s.
So
Vegas
when I
suit
was
because-
younger,
It's a no.
yeah, when I started to get older and inform my own opinions, I now understand a bathing suit is a bathing suit, and I don't think men should. You're not in control of men's thoughts. They're in control of their thoughts. So if they're having thoughts because I'm in a one-piece bathing suit, even in a two-piece, but regardless, because I'm in a bathing suit, that's something on them, not me. I understand her trying to protect me and to make me aware of that. But yeah, no, I definitely have different opinions when it comes to that. But that's why when I was younger, I was like, I cannot believe you are in a bikini in front of your dad right now. Like that was so
that
weird
wasn't
to me.
acceptable in your house.
So like, I just never saw it. I didn't see it, and I just not great things happened to me when men were around. I've had a full figured body since I was 12 years old. So anything that men had to say to me that weren't like you're a sweet kid or something was
Felt
Inappropriate.
so inappropriate, made me feel so uncomfortable. No, like, and I could go anywhere, Walmart, anywhere, and I was a child.
Mhm.
I was a child fully clothed. So that, I think that just
Ruined it.
it did. And so when I saw dads being normal dads, men being normal men, I always thought
You're like,
the
wow.
worst.
Damn.
So, and I never trusted. And then other stuff happened to me that I was like, nope, never again.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind London wearing a bathing suit and getting out of the pool. Or, I mean, when we go to pools, I do have her wear a cover up. And I think it's in the sake of like, if we had to go inside somewhere, a lot of times they say you have to wear a shirt and shoes or something like that. So like, I'm like, okay, if we have to stop by a store on the way home, they're not going to let you in if you just have on just a swimsuit. That was my thought. But like when I take her to her swim lessons, like just walking in there, I have her wear just like a little cover up, dress thing over it. But I'm not like, let me have you cover this up and let me.
I don't know. I think I would make my kid aware of the appropriate age that, like, hey, you on your body, you have a bigger chest or you have a bigger booty than somebody else.
is unique.
Don't be insecure about it, but just be mindful. It's like there are boys around.
Definitely gonna have that caboose.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be thick like me for sure.
Baby London, the way I'm trying to figure out
London's
why
got
I ain't coming.
booty.
My gosh,
I'm on it. It's like
from both of her grannies,
love
both of
London's
her
booty.
grannies together was like,
Honey.
it's skip a generation. I ain't got it either. My mama got a big booty. I don't.
It's rough.
I don't got
Yeah,
one.
she definitely has
It skipped
one.
the generation.
And she's at that age where she thinks that having a big butt is a problem.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, I wish my butt was smaller. And I'm like, girl, one day you're going to get older and wish that booty was as big as the yard.
Yeah.
And
The yard.
she's
Something
like,
yard.
she's like, why do I want a big butt? That's gross. And I'm like, it's great to think that because you're a child, but also trying to, encourage her, like, there's nothing wrong with your body.
With your body. Your body is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely at that age now because she'll be looking at me.
Because
She's like,
other
Mom, I wish I could
kids.
suck in like this and it be like this is how I looked all the time. She's like, I'm going to go do some sit-ups. You're fine, London.
Yeah.
You look great, sweetie.
Yeah.
So she's definitely getting to that age
But
where
we
it's...
all go through it.
We all
Yeah.
go through it.
I feel like I don't know if there's like a way to to
It's not. There's society
through
that presses.
or to work through those feelings or a way to
Just
find
give
your
her
way.
positivity.
I
keep telling
say,
her
I
the
just
way
mean
you
even
look
for
is
because y'all
okay.
know how I am now. Like I still struggle. You know, like come on. It's because I still don't think I look presentable. I don't think that I'm. It's like no. It's like no. Like no. I'm not.
yeah.
No. And it's.
All you
I
can
have
do
to be
is
like
keep working on
go.
it every
Yeah.
day.
Like just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Because
you're
every
fine.
single day. Yeah.
You're fine.
But I think I've told you this too. We've had a conversation about this. Whenever I was feeling really insecure, my mom just never ignored it. She never ignored my feelings. She never just blew it off and was like, "Girl, you fine. Get over it." Like whatever. If I was feeling really insecure, she'd be like, "Okay, let's go to the thrift store and get you a shirt. Get you a new shirt for school tomorrow because you're feeling insecure about your body." Or like I was bullied heavily in school, so if I came home and said, "Oh, she said this and this and this," okay, bet she said you can't fit into Hollister. Watch me. Took me to the mall and got me like all these T-shirts from Hollister because the shirts were the only thing that fit me because I'm so small up top and not on the bottom. But then she would like get me a skirt from the thrift store. She'd make me a whole outfit. She would spend the time needed until I felt better, even if we were up all night. Like she just paid attention to that and it made me confident the next day. Oh yes, I'm gonna wear my new outfit. Like they can't say nothing, whatever. Now of course I'd still come home and they said something else, like whatever. But she never ignored it. And then when I got to high school, I was wearing heels every day to school. I was rocking it. I had all my jewelry. I didn't care what anybody said. So I say the biggest thing that you can do is just
Be
never
attentive.
ignore it.
Yeah.
Be attentive. Be attentive.
Speak positivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will stop a lot of those bad thoughts, the body dysmorphia. It took me a long time to love myself, even with my mom being attentive. But now I'm like, she think? Okay. I'm like, and now even with my body changing, we'll get into this in the next episode, but with my body changing after becoming a mother, it's like I'm having to relearn everything that my mom instilled in me because my body is completely
different now.
So I'm trying to not go to those horrible thoughts of like, you are so ugly, oh my god, all this loose skin, you're destroyed forever, you're not sexy anymore. Like I have to put those to the side and like now I do it for myself. So now I know how to soothe that part of myself. So
Yeah.
being attentive to your kids is so important.
And I guess another part of that is what you just said, teaching them, helping them find ways to self-soothe.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to always be there.
Yeah. If you don't love this about your body, but maybe you love this about your
and
body.
work through their emotions. And when they have emotions, if you're at school, when you feel these type of emotions, these emotions that you have right now, how do they make you feel? Okay, well, where does that thought stem from?
Yeah.
Or what made you feel that way? Okay, well, going there. Is it something that you really believe, or is it something that you put in your mind because other people have said it to you? Like working through,
Open
getting them
dialogue is the most
to work
important
through.
thing.
Because a lot of times they just do it because, or they pick it because somebody said it. Okay, well, let's do some deep dive.
That also teaches them empathy when their friends do it. But like I see my sister Jaden do it already. Don't talk about yourself like that.
She does. Oh my gosh,
God has made you wonderful and beautiful.
Jaden
don't you dare say that about yourself. She's
an old soul.
Yeah.
I'll be like, dang, I'm getting lazy. I'm getting fat. She'd be like, don't you dare talk to yourself like that. Like she's my mom. She's my second mom.
Whatever you put in is definitely gonna come out. I remember my mom was telling me a lot of times whenever, as a parent, you're telling your kid, like, don't do this when you go out, when you're with your friends, watch your surroundings and be attentive, or this is how you speak to adults. It feels like as a parent, like, you don't see that happening with your kid until they actually go out with somebody else, and then the parent tells you, when they come back, like, oh, you have a really wonderful kid, like they were really respectful and stuff like that. But like at home, they just be wilding and do whatever they want. And you're like, oh, okay, so you were listening, like you were receiving what I was saying. But that's why I feel like having open dialogue is like super important, especially like I do feel like I would let my daughter go and spend the night at her friends' houses. I think that's maybe because I did it, like I had several friends that I went and spent the night at their house and their father was present, but there was always open dialogue with my parents. My mom
you were
always
safe.
said, no matter what, I don't care what time it is, you can always call me and I will always come pick you up no matter where you are. And so that open dialogue was there that, okay, if I don't feel safe, I can call my mom. I don't really remember being a young kid and spending the night at my friends' houses. I think the first time that ever happened, I think I was probably in middle school, spent the night at one of my best friend's houses who lives, neighborhood across from me. So it was close. It wasn't like I was far.
Yeah.
But and I probably did have a phone by then. So it was like, just pick up your phone and call me.
Yeah.
But also knowing who the other parents are and being like, I always remember my mom said, anytime I even just wanted to go to someone else's house and play, who's their parents? What's their phone number?
Yeah.
I need to talk to them before you can go
Absolutely.
over there. And it was almost like her discernment would let her know over the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is okay.
I'll tell you, baby.
The
The spirit of discernment. Nope,
it's like, this is okay
That's
to go
one of
over
my
there.
gifts.
This
So
is their
Mariana's up for it.
Spirit of
Yeah.
discernment.
She is in full eat.
So yeah, I think I would let her stay the night at
she's
another kid's
older.
house.
When she's older.
I
But
also
she's
think
I
that
would
is
do-
like,
I would do-
like she'll go stay with Skylar or
Yeah.
she'll go stay
but our generation is just more attentive in general, I think, because our parents, we could play
They were-
until that street light turned on.
You better be home by
You
then.
better be home by then, but they're not sitting out there watching us.
Yeah, no.
Now we got eyes.
We everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh my god, I talked about that the other day because, for instance, my daughter's bus stop is at the end of the street. So if I just step right outside my front door, I can't see the bus stop. Back in my day, my mom would have been like, "You're gonna walk down to the bus stop." Not me. I'm driving you down to the bus stop. I can't see the bus
I'm gonna be
stop.
parked right there until I see you step onto that bus and the doors close.
I can't see the bus
Then I will go
stop.
back home.
My granny used to cook us breakfast every morning. Me and it was like three other girls that lived in our complex that stayed like on our street. They would come over in the morning. She would cook us breakfast and she would walk off for us to the bus stop. And then the crazy thing is like the other kids were older than me. One was in the fifth grade. Yeah, one was in the fifth grade.
Yeah.
I used to tell all the teachers that was my sister. I was like, that's my sister, Krista Davis. That's my sister.
Yeah, I definitely am like, it's not the same as when we were kids. Like being able to come home from school and go across the street to a friend's house, but your parents weren't home yet, and you were just like, "Mom, I'm going across the street." Like, no, I can't see you. I don't know where you are.
Yeah.
Or you're just like, "Okay, I'm gonna go outside and play," and it's like, "No, I need to be able to see you."
Yeah.
But like, obviously, we didn't have the tools that they had back then, as far as like when it comes to parenting, being able to see you on the Ring camera.
Yeah, stuff like
Being
that.
able to, so it was kind of like, but also.
It was also safer back
then, the neighborhood knew. Like, you knew who was in your neyborhood. Your neighborhood was looking out for your kids as well.
Wasn't about a whole bunch of people renting and hanging out. And
so it was like you knew,
That's true.
Mr. and Mrs. Banks down the street, and Mr. and Mrs. Banks was also looking out for your kids as well. So if they saw stuff that happened, they was gonna call you and be like, "Okay, Miss Dansbury, your child down here wilding out. You need to come get her," or it's almost like you gave the people in the neighborhood the permission to help you.
A village to create the village environment. I saw that.
Nowadays, that's not really.
Did you guys see that about the hairdresser? She was like, I when I have younger clients that are like in high school or in middle school, like if I hear something or I see something suspicious, I'm clocking what they're doing and I tell their parents. And a lot of people was like, "You wrong, it ain't none of your business." And
see something, say something that could have saved that child's life.
okay, because she was like, it be some of these little girls that be out here in some stuff, and it's like, okay, like that's the thing, like the whole village mentality. Okay, yeah, you don't have to whoop my kid, but if I know you really love my child, you're going to talk to them the way I trust that you would talk to them the way I would, or you would tell them. Now you're not gonna call your mama, right? Like you would say something for them to be like, oh, or just seeing it and telling me and letting me deal with it. I don't think that's wrong at all. Please do.
Especially because the way
me.
Whatever way you handle it is your way to handle it because it's your child. But if you see something, say something, because I may not see it. I may
absolutely.
be that,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm a single mom. I don't have the help. I'm like, so I'm not going to catch everything. But if you see something, say something. That's why when it comes to like kids that end up like shooting up a school or something, somebody saw something. Somebody could have said something. Or when they do and then people don't do anything about it, then that's a whole nother story. But it's like anytime you see something wrong or suspicious, say something. You could save somebody's life.
Absolutely.
Baby, some of them,
Absolutely.
baby. I forgot what I was gonna say. I just had ooh, when you see, if you see something, say something, because these kids be out here off the train.
Yeah.
But that was her thing, like, cause you know when you go get your hair done, you and your parents not around. A lot of girls think you do what you would do when your parents wasn't around, and you think she not paying attention, but she clock. Yes, where are you located? I be bringing my daughter to your shop, and other people was like, "That's you need to mind your business. That ain't none of your business." Then one of the parents put in the comments, "I don't even do that to my own kids." Somebody put underneath her comment, "That's the problem." Like, the fact that you don't check what your child is doing. Baby, kids think they grown. They think they know everything and don't know a mother.
That's how we got into trouble.
Okay, because I thought I knew it all. I still don't know.
Would
I don't
you
know.
get in trouble if you called your mom by her first name?
I did the other day and I got scared. So my TT called my mom. Look, see?
I feel all the chanclas being thrown at me right now.
Really? Have you ever called her Delilah?
But
She
no,
would
like
be
I was saying, like playing, like jokingly, but not like.
Not if you were upset.
No.
Obviously,
Or no,
I
just
think
like,
but
Kathy, hand me that. Like, no, that's not.
I don't like it when you do it. Don't call her that.
Her name is Mama.
Her name is Mama.
I'll play with my mom. Be like
Tracy Wavon. It's Joe Mama.
you
Joe Mama
don't-
say that. Tracy Wavon.
yeah, I be playing with her. But I like calling my mom, so I'm never really.
Listen, I'm
wanted
starting
to
to
call
hold
her
the
by
paper. You're
her.
making me sure
Look,
that.
look how she on these papers. We need to get
She's like, oh my god, if I said that, like,
all the
I
fake
could
papers.
never. No. She'd be like, "What did you just call me?" Oh no.
I've had to say my mom's name. We were in a room with a lot of people, and I'm saying mom, and then a bunch of people just turn around. And I'm like, I'm trying to get my own mom's attention. I'd be like, Tracy, and then she'd be like, what? Like it didn't
That's how she
offend
was.
her.
Oh my god, that was the exact same.
She'd turn around, she'd be like,
Exact same
what?
face.
Like
What? Like what?
what?
Like,
I'm like, well, I was saying mom. I was calling your name, but you weren't
I've done that
listening.
before.
I like calling my mom and dad, or
Do you?
mama, daddy. I like calling my parents that. It gives me like the warm feeling of like I have parents.
I can
Marcus, Jennifer.
barely call my in-laws their names.
I don't see how you do that.
It's so
I
like
just
I will
call her
only do
mama.
it if I'm really trying to get their attention from like across the room, or even then I don't know. I
So
just walk
let's
up
say-
to them, or I just don't say their name at all. I'll be like, hey. Hey.
So you're not at the place yet where you feel like you could just call them mom or dad.
No, I say mama and papa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say that. But if like, I feel like there's only been like maybe twice I've actually had to use their name. I will jokingly, because we make jokes about Elijah's dad all the time. I will call him Kevin and like just Kevin. Oh, there go Kevin again. Like that's funny, but like everybody's in on the joke, so it's like it's not just me. But no, I think I called his mom Cindy one time, and I was like, oh,
She's like, oh my
Mama.
god.
Yeah, not. No, I'm stressed. No.
I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe once I've called my mom Dee or said Delilah, like jokingly, and she goes, girl, I know you did. I said, "No." She didn't really get mad, but it was just like, did you just call? No, it did not.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was one of the other kids. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Mm.
And I wish my dog, please call me Faith.
The day I heard her,
time.
the day I heard her say,
The day I got sliced open for your ass. And you call me Faith?
how dare you?
Dude, I don't even let my husband use my government name. Why would I let you?
Girl, I'm
By the
instigating
time
the
he
hell out of that. I'm gonna be like,
No.
Millie, I got $5.
Don't
Don't do
Your
that.
name
You're
on
trying to
there.
get my niece killed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, say it, and then you come over to my house.
Stop. Because she going to be like, I'm
No.
going to get another time. Or,
Period.
or what?
And she will see that her daddy don't even call me Faith, and when he does, he's either very serious and he is very much
Faith,
Or
right?
he trying to get your attention.
or he's just being
Every time
dumb
he
and
say it come with one of these. Faith.
like, no, it's literally
Faith.
Faith.
Every time he say her name.
Yes.
Otherwise it's bad. It's
babe,
if
baby,
he say
honey boo
Faith,
boo.
he's trying to make a point.
Hi, honey bun.
Okay.
I mean, it's everything else but Faith. Do not call me by my government name.
When he hit that Faith, he's trying to get a point across. That's it.
Well, that was the parenting episode. If you are parents out there or want to be parents, definitely hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you
Yeah,
thought about
hopefully
some
we
of
helped
the
you a
answers.
little bit.
Yes.
Not me. I'm still not entering that hood.
Motherhood,
Parenthood.
like motherhood, like parenthood,
Yes.
Not doing it.
parenthood.
I'm still a kid myself.
All the parents.
Yes. So we will see you guys in our next episode. Make sure you stay tuned every single Monday. Click that notification bell so you are notified every time a new video is uploaded. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We post some really good behind the scene moments that you probably will never see on here. So make sure you follow us on there. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the Drip Drive podcast. And we will see you guys in our next episode. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.